Dana White just dropped a bombshell. Jon Jones isn't allowed anywhere near his planned White House card. He can't risk putting him in such a massive spotlight. But why? What's really going on behind the scenes? And what does it mean for Jones's legacy and for the UFC's most ambitious event ever?
It's not even about him winning the belt. You know how I felt about him. I can't risk putting him in big positions in a big spot and have something go wrong, especially the White House card.
I saw Jones. We don't know if he was serious. Is he not retired anymore? Is he back?
You jump back in the pool, so.
How sick is that for you that now you kind of got this White House event for them and it's like, I feel like this is what brings...
No matter who popped up or who didn't or whatever, we would put on an incredible card.
What would be the dream main event?
The dream main event right now would be Aspinall versus Jones.
Is it possible that McGregor and Jones would fight on the same card?
When Dana White publicly ruled Jon Jones out of headlining the planned UFC event at the White House, it landed like a thunderbolt. He didn't just shy away, he said flatly, "I just can't risk putting him in big positions in a big spot and have something go wrong, especially the White House card." That's not shyness, it's distrust of the highest order. Jones had fired off retirement talk in June, only to reverse course minutes later after US President Trump floated plans for a White House card. Jones immediately jumped back into the USADA testing pool and told fans he was poised to return, not for belts or cash, but for legacy. He framed it as a patriotic mission, saying fighting on July 4th would give him a greater purpose. But White's refusal undercuts that narrative. A chance for redemption painted as too volatile to risk. Instead of a comeback rooted in symbolism, Jones is now painted as a liability. White's statement echoes past frustrations. He had once vowed never to let Jones headline again after doping suspensions and fight cancellations threatened major cards. So when he says he won't bet on Jones for the biggest spectacle of all, it stings. White's snub doesn't just cancel a dream, it reframes Jones, from legendary warrior to walking wildcard. And it sets up the burning question, if not Jones, who do you trust to deliver on a historic stage? When Jon Jones stunned the MMA world by retiring on June 21, 2025, he vacated the heavyweight title and cleared the way for Tom Aspinall to become undisputed champ, instantly reshaping the division. Yet barely 2 weeks later, everything changed. Jones surprised everyone by re-entering the UFC's anti-doping pool, writing on X, "Just re-entered the testing pool that lasted for about 2 weeks. Figured we'd keep everyone's options open." That single move signaled an open door to a comeback. What triggered the U-turn? A headline opportunity. Donald Trump's announcement of a UFC event at the White House for July 4, 2026, celebrating America's 250th birthday. Jones teased the idea with a cryptic "fighting at the White House" post, and the legacy-focused fighter was immediately back in play. Dana White confirmed it. Jones has officially jumped back into USADA testing, making himself eligible for the event, even though White later shut down the idea of Jones headlining. For Jones, this isn't about money or title belts anymore. It's about representing the nation on one of the most iconic stages imaginable. This comeback chapter sets up a dramatic showdown. With Aspinall as undisputed heavyweight champ and Jones back potentially eyeing the White House card, the heavyweight narrative has just shifted into overdrive. Aspinall seized the spotlight after Jones retired. He KO'd Curtis Blades at UFC 304, defended the interim title in spectacular 60 seconds, and then got promoted to undisputed heavyweight champion when Dana White confirmed Jones had officially hung up the gloves on June 21, 2025. Fans expected Tom Aspinall to take on the champion immediately. Instead, the division hit a standstill as negotiations dragged on behind the scenes. Dana White publicly insisted it's going to happen, it's just a matter of when. A fight with Jones will eventually materialize, he said, though no date was set. Aspinall made it clear he's done waiting on Jon's side. He blamed the delays squarely on Jones and hinted at moving on if no deal comes through soon, warning that there's nowhere to go for Jon. He either has to fight me or retire now. Meanwhile, fans and fighters online are boiling. Reddit sentiment captured it best. If nothing is booked by end of May, they should strip Jon's ass. It's time to stop stalling Tom's career. On top of that, Khabib Nurmagomedov argued that Aspinall is already the world's best heavyweight, citing Jones's inactivity and Aspinall's momentum. Behind the scenes, MMA insiders hint the fight may be done, with Chael Sonnen stating both fighters have agreed and the only thing missing is an official announcement. Fans are tired, Aspinall's ready, Jones still silent. This cagey dance has put heavyweight unification and the division itself in limbo. The moment Dana White pulled the plug on a Jones-Aspinall showdown, voices rose in outrage, and Daniel Cormier took center stage. Long intertwined with Jones's fate, DC tore into the champ's decisions with blunt clarity. He said, by not stepping in that octagon, he quit, slamming the refusal to face Aspinall as a career-defining stumble. It leaves you questioning why he didn't fight him.
He doubled down. Jones could and should have fought Aspinall immediately if he still had the hunger. Skipping that fight, DC argued, wasn't fear of losing, but a surrender of legacy too. He called on UFC brass to strip the belt, insisting the division is stuck, and Aspinall deserves answers and action now. Cormier also highlighted the broader impact. For Aspinall to truly cement his place, he needs Jones. Otherwise, the lineal championship remains broken forever. If Aspinall slips up, Cormier warned, Jones will return, and that will only spark more backlash. Backed by fans' ire, Reddit summed it up. Still ducking, Jon's legacy will be in Tom Aspinall's hands. If Tom goes on to defend the HW title 4 to 5 times after Jon retires, all Jon will be remembered for is ducking Tom Aspinall. From fans and fighters alike, the message is clear. The world's watching. Step up or step aside? What happens when others plot their return differently? Enter Nate Diaz, still one of the most unpredictable figures in combat sports. Diaz has made it clear he wants nothing to do with slow negotiations or limping into a title fight. Instead, he demands excitement. On the Out Cold podcast, he said straight, "If I could fight anybody right now, if Conor McGregor came back, Conor McGregor, there ain't nobody else to fight really right now." That trilogy fight, 2-win split 9 years ago, feels inevitable to him. But McGregor isn't the only target. Diaz also named Ilia Topuria, the young 2-division champ rising fast. He admitted he's a little small for me, but still one of the best fights he can imagine. Topuria's recent first-round KO of Oliveira at UFC 317 only adds fuel to that narrative. And here's the twist. A second career in boxing. Diaz openly called out Canelo Alvarez and Terence Crawford, saying, "When I whoop someone's ass, I'm gonna get them motherfuckers too, with all due respect." This isn't about belts or drama, it's pure hunger. Whether in MMA or boxing, Nate wants big matchups, legacy cementers, and fights that truly matter. No corporate agendas, just fireworks. When Dana White shut down Jon Jones for the July 4th, 2026 UFC White House card, he didn't just cancel a fight, he reframed a legend's narrative. Jones, once undeniably dominant, now faces a legacy at war with perceptions of avoidance. If he never fights Tom Aspinall, his place in the sport may be forever questioned. Critics like Daniel Cormier argue his career looks incomplete without that showdown. But Jones remains defiant. He's publicly reaffirmed his commitment to stay in the testing pool and train, not for belts or money, but for legacy and patriotism. That unwavering stance suggests one thing. Jones still believes he's the right man for the biggest moments. Meanwhile, the heavyweight title picture stays tangled. Aspinall has waited months. His record-breaking interim reign stalled without clarity. Dana has reassured fans the fight will happen, but only time will tell if talks break or break through. In the wings, Nate Diaz offers contrast, unpredictable, hungry, and fueled by raw desire for big matchups rather than promotion pressure or legacy clauses. He suggests a return is possible, pushing marquee names like McGregor and Topuria.
I was retired. I felt like I was at a place where I've done it all in the MMA space, and felt like there wasn't too many more challenges for me, and I just wanted to do something more than championships and money. And Donald Trump mentioned that he wanted to have a fight at the White House Garden, and that just seems like such a huge opportunity. I'm a very proud American. I have a lot of close friends that are in the military, and this is my act of I can't call it service, but just to be able to entertain the country and the world at this level at the White House, it just means the world to me. So I'm back.